Hello, hello. Welcome to the fourth episode of Vibration. It's Alina and Femi. And today's special edition because, first of all, it's a Canada Day.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing strawberries because it's red.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful day. We went to Brigus. We was enjoying the sunshine. Finally, the weather is cooperating. Our summer had started, I'd say.
Yeah.
We'll say it like a little bit quiet so it will not change, right?
Yeah.
And today we want to talk about very important and dear to my husband's heart topic,
Yes.
which is football. Now World Cup started. And please tell me what's happening with you every 4 years.
I don't know. For me, the World Cup is just a special. I will call it celebration of football. I will call it an opportunity for people to get together and cheer up their team. I will also call it a unique opportunity to unite people. Because when we watch soccer, we have our different clubs that we support. I'll pick England, for example. We have Arsenal, which is my team. We have Chelsea, Liverpool, many teams there. And, different folks support different clubs. And sometimes we, go into this argument, my club is better and all those stuff. But when it comes to World Cup, it just unites all of us. So, for example, in England, all these fans of Arsenal, Chelsea just come together under one umbrella and we support England.
Yeah.
Same thing goes to Spain. You have, the probably the two biggest teams in the world, that is Real Madrid and Barcelona. And these fans they always clash, right?
Especially
Right?
because of a previous history of Messi and Ronaldo, for example, right? Now, like,
Yeah, it goes, is fact, and it goes much, deeper than they've always
for
had their
sure.
issues. Yeah, so but during the World Cup, they all come together to support Spain. So I just see the World Cup as celebration of football, and it's an opportunity to unite everybody. This World Cup
Yep.
has been very special. I would say that this World Cup probably is the best I've seen.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
Sure,
First
sure.
of all, I like that you said that the way it's uniting people, right? Because,
Yes.
for example, I am not into football right now. I had a
Yeah.
period in my life
Yeah.
because I studied at Physical Education University and
Yep.
football was part of the study. I was learning about like all the types of sports.
Yes.
And there was a period when I was actually going to bars with friends and watching footballs. And that time I was actually a fan of Messi
Okay.
and I liked Barcelona. So you know that actually at that time my knowledge of football kind of stops.
Yeah. And I actually wanted to say something when you said you were a fan of. You remember when I first met you? Not met you, but when we were chatting, and I did ask my wife. I mean, maybe that day I was bored. I just did ask her, "Do you like football?" Because sometimes when I those days when I was chatting, I get bored and I ask some throwaway questions.
Excuse me, chatting with me was boring.
No, not that it was boring. I'm just saying that sometimes maybe like I don't know what to say, so I just
Mhm.
make a throwaway question. So
Okay.
I did ask you, did you like football? And you said yes. I'm like, okay, which team? I believe at that time you said Barcelona. You
Yeah,
watch.
because that time I was in Jordan and we had like group of people that was
Mm.
going to bars and watching it in a big screen.
I want
It
to
was
say
fun.
that my wife actually showed to me that she likes football. She doesn't like football. That's fact. She doesn't like football, soccer, whatever you call it. She doesn't like it. And I thought I was going to get a partner, watching football with me and everything. But I would say she has been watching few matches with me in this 2026 World Cup edition. And
Exactly.
yeah,
It united us, right?
yeah,
But my story was, well, see, when we were chatting that time, I was kind of young, wild, and free, right?
mm-hmm.
And I
Yes,
had a lot of
yeah,
free time.
yeah,
When me and you started to be together, our story is that we born a child right away.
yeah,
So we kind of met at the hospital when I was already with big stomach, and this is
yeah,
how we started to live together.
yeah.
So, excuse me, you
I,
was not inviting me to bars.
yeah,
To watch at home is boring. I need atmosphere. I'm a woman. I need like I don't know why for this.
yeah,
And this for World Cup, why I'm watching it with you because actually, like you are in the mood
Yeah.
When you're watching Arsenal, you're always very tensed, and like I don't know which Femi I will meet. To be honest with you, it's always like a minefield, right?
Hmm.
Because it's just tension, 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 and I prefer to like stay away, give you your space,
Hmm.
enjoy your like worries inside.
Yeah.
But World Cup, you're relaxed. I'm asking which team. Like I'm asking you questions. You are not telling me, oh, who. You know,
Mm.
like you like to say. Because even this podcast, he didn't want to do with me. When I brought this idea, what was your reaction?
I don't remember.
I remember it was, no, I'm not talking about football with women.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Sorry,
remember?
sorry. I mean, when you say podcast in general, you mean
No,
this episode?
yes, this episode, the topic.
Yeah. So my wife came to me and said, "I have we were going to work that day. I have an idea for the podcast for the fourth episode." And you said World Cup. My initial reaction is, why should I speak about soccer with you and football? I'm calling it soccer just because of Canadian fans and
So you're
not American.
translating for them or what?
Yeah, I'm translating. So I was like, I don't want to speak. I shut her down immediately. But when I got to office, I thought about it. I'm like, this is a topic I'm actually passionate about. This is something that I love, and this is something that will make me come. Like in the podcast, I will appear more free, less nervous because it's pretty difficult, speaking with my wife in front of the camera. It's a little bit,
Yeah, it's different.
it's
Even
different.
if
Yeah,
there's no people in the room,
if there are no people, yeah,
camera makes a difference
makes a
because
difference. Yeah,
I'm thinking how I look, how do I sit,
I
how
agree
do
with
you
you.
say things, you
Yeah,
know that it will go to the world. And
yeah,
even if we say that it's no filters,
filters. Yeah,
we still need to be conscious of.
of what we say.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I would try not to be overly cautious.
No,
I
I mean
mean,
just specific people that we
y-
know, not to
y-
mention
y-
personal life of
yes,
the people,
yeah,
I'd say.
yes. So yeah, so that's why I kind of shut her down. Like I didn't want to speak.
Yeah.
But when I thought about it, I sent her a message. I said I apologize. Let's do the topic
Yeah, the
because
message I totally didn't expect.
yeah,
I like, okay, you don't want to talk about it. I kind of swallowed it.
yeah,
And when you wrote me that messages, I
yeah,
was really pleased. And for me, it was this is again, football is uniting us right now, right here in this
yeah,
room, me
yeah.
and you, plus the people that are watching.
Yes, yes. And
So,
absolutely, I said let's
yeah,
do it because this is something that I love. I'm watching this every day. Sometimes I stay late, even if I have work on the next day. I'm not sleeping well for the last few weeks because I want to stay late and watch the
yeah, I'm always
matches.
saying, like, I will see you after World Cup.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
there's
So
schedule.
yeah, so no, it's been if you ask me, if it's been a very good tournament.
Yeah,
The funny thing is that before the tournament started, a lot of analysts and people were talking about ticket prices,
yeah,
especially in the US because yes, the prices were really high. A lot of people were talking about some political tensions because some countries like Iran, yeah, I believe, and some other countries there was a kind of a ban list that Donald Trump put. So
yeah.
there was a lot of tension going into this World Cup. People were thinking, oh, the World Cup will be played in North America between Canada, Mexico, and US, and it will
Yeah.
cause transportation issues. So it was really, really, it was.
Even you need to have a visa to enter the countries,
Oh
right? It's
yeah,
not so easy to get visa to US. How many people can even come, right?
exactly. In fact, US puts a lot of countries on the ban list, not you know giving them visas. So it was really hard. So there was a lot of negativity before the World Cup.
Yeah.
But when this tournament started, the first match, Mexico and South Africa in that wonderful stadium in Mexico, oh my God, it has gone wild. And of course, with Norway, with their Viking roll, oh my God,
Oh
that's
yeah, I've
yeah,
seen that.
yeah.
I love
So
the moment when the team was doing it on the field and people was doing
yes,
it on the seats.
oh
It was
yes,
so amazing.
yes. So this World Cup has been really, really, really good, and I'll look forward, to more,
Yeah.
spectacular matches. Yeah,
I wanted to ask you when your love for football started.
very good question. So my love for football started. So I don't know the year exactly, but my mom's younger brother,
Hmm.
who I will not name, he loved football. He loves football, and he just introduced me to watching it, and he was actually surprised how fast I understood it. So I was actually like 4.
Okay.
I understood. I understood football. I knew the names of all the players,
Okay.
and my parents, they were kind of shocked. Like, how do you know the names? How do you understand? Like, I understood who was a midfielder, who was a striker, who was a defender. I got it. Then I loved Italy,
Mm-hmm.
because they played in 1994. So I don't remember. I honestly cannot say I watched US in 94. The World Cup in 94 was played in US, by the way. So
Okay.
I don't remember that I watched that live, but I remember I watched the final on my dad's brother VHS tape. I
Okay.
watched Italy versus Brazil. Very boring match, but
You remember it?
I remember it was very boring because I watched that match many times after that time. So I believe I watched that match maybe a year after. I don't remember,
Why
but
did you watch it again?
I
Because it was very boring.
no, the reason why I watched it again was during that time, most if you want to, I mean, my uncle then he had a lot of VHS tapes, some movies and everything.
Okay.
The one thing that really I liked was the football. So I kept on watching it. And I'm somebody that when I like something, I keep doing
So it was taped.
it was taped,
Got
yes.
it.
Yes, it
Got
was
it.
taped. So I kept on watching it because that's what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just kept on watching and watching. And the player that actually fell in love with was Roberto Baggio.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons later on that I actually liked the guy was he wore a ponytail. And during
What?
the ponytail,
Oh, he wore. Okay.
yeah. And the funny thing, during that World Cup, the coach of Italy, I believe I'm correct, he did not want any player to have ponytail.
Like longer hair. He wanted
Yeah,
everybody to cut their
yeah,
hair.
yeah. He didn't
Okay.
want to. So, but Roberto Baggio wore that ponytail, and he was really a very good footballer. My favorite footballer, even up to this moment.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's my, I would say, my initial experience of football, and I just
Mm-hmm.
I just grew to love the game. I played also very well. So yeah, I just grew to, and also people that my father, my uncles, they all loved football. Even my mom, although I don't like watching with her because she's very emotional, but they all loved football, right? They,
Even then, your mom was watching football.
yeah, she watched here and there.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Because your mom is real fun right now. She knows more, like
yeah,
more than
yeah. She loves
a lot of
football
people.
just
Yeah.
because of my dad was watching football and he would not change the channel, so
She had to like it.
she had to like it, and she really likes it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so just people surrounding me were just watching it, and I grew to love the
Okay.
game. Yeah.
I expected you will tell me that, oh, I played first time with like somebody, my uncle, my father, but you told me that it was actually a game
Yeah, it was
that you
like,
started with.
yeah, I started watching it then, and in Nigeria we play football anyway, so I grew to love it more when I started playing it, and
Okay.
I was pretty I was pretty good at it, and but the love for the game started from me watching it, especially US in
Mm-hmm.
'94, that final Brazil Italy. That was my, I would say, the first game I really watched, and I
Mm-hmm.
watched it, yeah, many times.
So in Nigeria, you guys play without shoes.
Um, I don't know why you're asking this question,
Just
but
because when you're talking about this, I'm like, because
so
it's very different, right?
yes, yeah, so like,
Because when you was playing with our son, you said that you need to be barefoot. And I was like, really?
yeah, so I will say that Nigeria, South America, we have this what we call street football, whereby we don't have shoes and we
Mhm.
didn't care about it, and we play with our bare feet basically.
I tried with our son. Our son is actually playing in slippers many times, and
Yeah,
he says that he's comfortable like this. So one time I went with him, and I said, "Teach me some tricks." So we was barefoot, and it's painful.
I agree with you, and
That's why this question came to my head.
yeah, no, it's actually a good question. Just came out a little bit funny, but it's fine. I actually, even right now, I don't play. I mean, I've not played in many years, but if you give me, a ball, I'm actually much more comfortable playing without anything shoes, just because I got used to it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, we play, bare feet because we didn't go and buy football shoes, and we just played on the street. We'd set the goalpost and we just kick the ball around. Was it hard for our feet? I don't remember, to be honest with you. I know that when I used the first time I used a boot to play, I didn't like it. I just felt,
Different.
yeah, it just felt different for me. But yeah.
Okay, so would you dream like was your dream about football career back then? Was it your something that you liked or you just like to watch?
So I did not dream about football career just because it wasn't something that was on the table then, and also my I was not really supported, and before I even go to that area, my uncle was a really good footballer. His friends that played on our street, they went on to become Nigerian legends. Like
Oh
they
wow.
played football, like they made a good career. My uncle wanted to play football
Hmm.
professionally, but his father, being a judge, said, no,
Hmm.
I cannot allow my son to be uneducated and play football. This was their thinking back
Hmm.
then.
Hmm.
So when I started playing football, I remember I was playing football with my uncle, and my uncle knew I was really good. It was like, you got talent, you could be something. But I wasn't, like, I didn't ask for the career, and also I just did not feel the support. Like
Hmm.
there was no way I would tell my dad back then I want to be a football or soccer player. It
It was
just
same as if you will be like playing music or artist, right?
exactly. It's just
Yeah,
if I wake
you
up
will
and
not make
say,
money.
yeah, if I was to tell my dad I want to be like a guitar player or something like that,
Yeah.
I will never get the support. So it
No.
just so I didn't ask to get a career, and I knew that I would not get the support either way. So that's so I never really dreamt of being it. If I look back at a little bit of regrets, I wish that I did, push for it, but I couldn't know that. I just did not think about it as a career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Another question that I have for you: have you ever made some like friendships around football, or maybe there was a situation when there was I don't know some misunderstanding and football brought you together?
Not really. Like I play with my friend. Like I play with a lot of guys on the street and in high school. Like like football already brought us together in the first place.
Okay, just was there.
Yeah, it was there. So there was no moment that, oh, football brought some me and different guys. It was just there. We just played and
And there was no situation when like you had a friend you who was supporting one team, you were supporting another team. There was clash because of that.
Oh, that's actually a very good question. So my team, as you know, is Arsenal, London.
Mm-hmm.
So my best friend in high school then was an Arsenal supporter.
Okay.
And initially, I actually wanted to support Manchester United. Actually, I was supporting them
Mm-hmm.
when I was 10 or 11.
This
But
is what you started when you was 4. The team that you started with?
no, no, when I was younger, I didn't know about Arsenal and
Mm-hmm.
all those stuff. I supported Italy just because of Roberto
Or
Baggio.
just the country? Okay,
Yes, I supported
got it.
Roberto Baggio just because of
Yep.
he was from Italy. But when it came to supporting, like when I
Pick the
fully
team.
picking the team, I initially was supporting Manchester,
Mm-hmm.
but my best friend then was supporting Arsenal, and Manchester and Arsenal were really crazy rivals then, even now, but then it was really heated,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to go against him, so then I said to support Arsenal, and
That's very sweet of you.
yeah, and ever since I supported Arsenal, we had a Nigerian player that played for Arsenal then.
Mm-hmm.
There was, there was a French player that played for Arsenal there, Thierry Henry, which is number one legend in Arsenal. So
Mm-hmm.
because of those two guys plus my friend, I started supporting Arsenal, and I started doing it for many years, and I don't regret that. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned actually right now like 2 things plus one that I remember. I will say it. So the first thing when you said that the guy was wearing a ponytail and you
Yeah.
liked when he refused, this is like very you
Yeah.
because your character is actually going against when somebody is criticizing you or saying you cannot do it. You want to prove them wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't say criticizing. That's a good point, but I wouldn't say when somebody's criticizing me, I want to like go against them. I don't really care when people criticize me. I just for me is that I don't like to follow the crowd. So
Mm-hmm.
if you tell, let's put it like this, for example, if you tell everybody, like if everybody on the streets wear shorts, I'm going to wear trousers. If everybody wear trousers, I'm going to wear shorts. Just my personality is just to go against the norm. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And the second that I know about the Arsenal.
Yeah,
The Arsenal, as you said,
yeah,
because I'm not fan, I don't know the history and everything.
yeah.
Uh, they are losing many times, right? In what? Tell me the story behind it, because I
So
forgot.
I wouldn't say they are losing many times. So we won the Premiership title. That's the highest English title for the first time in 22 years.
Yes, that's why I
Yeah,
said it.
yeah. I mean, typical
First time
non
in
football fan losing. We're not losing. It's just it.
not winning.
Yeah, we were there, top four, top five, top eight.
When I heard this, like first time in 22 years, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like huge part of your life.
Yeah,
And so
so
many people probably changed from Arsenal to something else, and you are still like supporting. This is the dedication for me. How many times I told you wear another T-shirt, do something else.
yeah, so the thing is that when you start supporting a team, you just get connected to that team. So it's really hard for you just to change sides. And I'm a dedicated fan, and I've always been that from the start. So changing a team just does not make any sense to me. Like I will not feel connected to another team, especially this is many years already, like
Mm-hmm.
more than 20 years I've been supporting Arsenal. So I just feel connected to the team. And most times when I watch Arsenal, it's not sometimes I know that we're not going to win the title or something, but I just want to watch my guys play.
What
So
does it mean for you being a fan of a football club?
that's actually a very good question. So first of all, is belonging. Like I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm a Gunner as we call ourselves or Gunners. And another thing that Arsenal actually brings me joy, even if I'm nervous watching them. You know, I need emotions, right? My life is mostly being quiet, reserved, and keeping my emotions inside me.
Mm-hmm.
And so Arsenal brings, just it connects me to what I actually love, which is football.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main reason why many folks, support, their clubs. Now, of course, I'm not from North London. Arsenal is in North London. I'm not from North London and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I'm an international fan. So, people that live in North London or London in general, they have much deeper connection, maybe because their grandfather supported Arsenal or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But again, Arsenal just makes me happy when they play good. When they play bad, makes me sad. But you know what? I'm grateful for those emotions. So yeah,
So it's kind of part of you, of a personality, kind of like a
yeah.
family.
So when Arsenal won the first title in 22 years, I was watching YouTube, the Arsenal Fan TV
Yeah, I
or
can
or
imagine. I
AFT
can see your face
AF
and emotion.
yeah AFTV as they call themselves.
Yeah.
And I just love scrolling there, watching the emotions of my fellow Arsenal fans.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that actually lives in the UK. I told him to go to the parade and send me pictures, which he did actually. So yeah, it just look, in our daily life we have this typical, wake up in the morning and you go to work and all those stuff. Nothing much really happening in your life.
Yeah,
Football
yeah.
is, football is.
So for men, it's like a legalization of the feelings
Yeah, you can put it
in a
that.
way.
Yeah, you can put it that
It's
way.
weird.
Something like that. It's just
Yeah,
something that gives you feelings, emotions, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Where you're allowed to like show it.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so actually, let's dig more to the World Cup that is happening right now.
Yeah.
Did you have the most memorable match that you watched so far?
Oh yes. The match between USA and Paraguay was actually a spectacular match for me. Just because before the World Cup, the USA men's national team got a lot of flack from the media. Um, People felt that coming into the tournament, they won't really perform well. There was just a lot of questions, doubt,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. But that match was very good. Paraguay is a difficult team to play against. They like to defend and everything, but the tactical game that USA employed was really good, fast, aggressive football. No, it was, I love that match. That's the best match I've watched so far. Yeah.
Okay, so you would say that US could have been the team that actually surprised you with the expectation and reality?
Good question. No, I wouldn't say so because I expected them to be like this. I watched
Okay.
some of their friendly matches before the tournament started. They played against Germany. So I understood what they were trying to do. I felt they wanted to, attack with pace. They wanted to go with aggression, transition movement. They wanted it to be very fast. I saw those stuff, so I wasn't surprised.
So
But
you was not agree with the media that there
no, I
was
didn't agree with the media.
okay.
I just think that the media overreact and talk rubbish. But sometimes you need to, and also their manager Pochettino. I've watched the teams that he has coached from Tottenham, Chelsea, PSG. Like, I understand like his tactical the method he tries to employ. I get it.
Hmm.
So I wasn't surprised. I felt that they would do something special.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you name the two players that you actually think that they are one of the best players in this World Cup so far, and why?
Good question. So for me, it's more than two, for
Okay.
sure. It's really hard to just put just two names because many teams with very good players, they've really produced very good moments. I can say Helen Haaland of Norway, very good, probably one of the best strikers. Harry Kane, for England, he scored two goals today actually against DR Congo. Mbappe for sure, scored six goals. Messi for sure, scored six goals. So it's more than two. A lot of the big players in this tournament, they've really shown why they're the big players. Let's put it like this.
Okay. Do you have your own personal favorite right now?
Good question. So again, it's hard for me to put a tag as my personal favorites just because there have been a lot of favorite moments by key players. So it's hard for me to just to pinpoint one specific player right now. But honestly, I will say that I've been happy with Haaland. He always scores goals. Like I don't want to dig deep into tactical football or anything, but
Hmm.
he's been really good. Another player actually I have to mention is Michael Olise. So he's a French player.
Okay.
His father is actually British Nigerian, while his mother is I think Algerian, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Very good player. I love the way he plays. Silky. It's like he's floating, and he's made the French team tick. Everybody say Mbappe, Mbappe, but I think the most important player in the French team, and I consider the French team the strongest team, I think is Michael Olise. So he's been really good. And I'm not surprised by Michael Olise, but wow, it's a beauty to watch this guy play. He makes the game just look so without effort, like so silky, so smooth. Yeah,
I like the way you're describing it.
yeah.
Just because you say that this guy was the most important, in your opinion, player of the
French team.
French team,
Yes,
it's leading me to the next question.
sure.
Um, do you think in football, which position is the most important? Like sometimes I feel like all the game goalkeeper holds. Sometimes I feel like the defenders are not doing their job. So is it like maybe goalkeeper or maybe people that are actually trying to score the goal? Who is the main?
Very good question too. I'll start by answering you by players within themselves they kind of argue. For example, strikers will say, "Oh, we're the most important," and goalkeepers will say, "No, we're the most important because we keep the goal out." First of all, let's not forget that football or soccer, please. It's a team sport. So all positions do carry equal responsibilities.
Mhm.
But I would say that the teams that the midfield control the game, those are the teams that tend to do well because the midfield they take the ball from the defense, they move it through the midfield and supply, give the passes or assist or whatever to the attacking players. So I would say the midfield is important, but I wouldn't say it's more important than goalkeeper or defender. I would just say that a team that the midfield actually dominates,
Mhm.
they tend to do they tend to perform well. And if you look at
Okay.
one of the one of the greatest club football teams, Barcelona, in that 2008, 2009, 2010, that time, their midfield were Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. They control the game. They control the tempo of the game. They control how you play. Imagine, like, they control how you play.
This was
They
unexpected for me because I
Yeah.
thought between goalkeeper and the people that are actually scoring the
To be
goals.
honest with you, I would say. all positions are equal. But that Barcelona team, their goalkeeper was good, but I wouldn't say he was really elite.
Mm-hmm.
What they did was they kept the ball. So if I keep the ball, you don't have chance to score me. So this is what they did. This is what Pep Guardiola did during that time. It was, we're going to defend by keeping the ball. So if I keep the ball 70% of the time, you have less chance to score my goalkeeper or to attack my defense. So that was actually a very great football philosophy that Pep brought. It was called tiki taka then.
Mm-hmm.
It's still called tiki taka now, anyways. But yeah, I would say again, all positions carry the same responsibilities. I mean, different equal responsibilities. Let me put it like this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was there in this World Cup a team that you actually did not expect to perform as well as they did so far?
good question. Now there have been a lot of let's call them small teams because they don't have a big name in football. Like
Mm-hmm.
DR Congo, they actually played well. Cape Verde, they played well. They actually played the first game against. They played the first game against Spain and they drew 0-0. They held
Mm-hmm.
Spain. DR Congo, they've not been in the World Cup since. Honestly, the year might be wrong, but since the I believe 70s, the last time they came to the 70s or 80s, anyways. They beat Portugal 1-0. No, sorry, they drew with Portugal 1-1, which is a big team for them.
Mm-hmm.
They played with England today, and we managed to win them 2-1. They played us 1-0 to, like, I would say 60 something or 70 something minutes. I
Okay.
didn't watch the match because we went to a different town today,
Yeah.
but they really played well. So those teams have actually surprised me, and it has made the World Cup more fun. So the smaller teams, they didn't come to lie down and get beat; they came to compete.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks that kind of France can win this World Cup. Do you agree with this or no? And the second question will be following that. Can you name the like next one or two teams that might win if not France?
I would say yes, I agree with that. That the French team, they are the strongest in this tournament. All the matches they've played, they've beaten teams, they've blown out teams. Their defense, their midfield. Then of course you have the attackers, Mbappe. We have Doué, Desiree Doué. We have trying to remember this guy for PSG, the current Ballon d'Or player, and Dembele. So they really have very, very, very good players. I do think that they have the chance to win, and if they don't win, it will be a shock. Second team, I would say Spain. Spain, they won the Euro back in 2024. They actually beat France in that tournament. The third team, you can say Argentina, just because they won the World Cup almost 4 years ago. I would say England is there in the top four. Brazil is also there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Brazil, they've won the most World Cups. They've won 5 World Cups, which is the most. So Brazil is also there. By the way, in the last few tournaments, they've not really performed well. They left the tournament in the quarterfinals or whatnot. But Brazil is a name that you need to respect. You need to fear them too. They have Vini Jr. They have they have Casemiro. They have very very good players that can hurt you. So yeah, those are, I would say, the top five.
Mm-hmm. Is that team that you think plays dirty? Because some matches that we are watching, I feel like some teams are actually like pushing more, getting red cards, yellow cards, and I feel like they're trying to win not by their performing great as a tactical game, but they're trying kind of cheat. This is my feeling. Am I correct? Is there a team that is playing like?
So I would disagree with you a bit there. First of all, football is a contact game. It's a physical game. And this might sound a little bit harsh, but sometimes you do whatever you need to do to win. And if it's to play dirty, so be it. You have to play.
But it's
eh,
not fair.
Yeah, you need to play dirty within the rules. It happens. It's
Yeah.
football. I wouldn't say any team really played dirty, but again, South Africa, the first game in this tournament, first game they played, they got 2 red cards. I
Hmm.
think it was needless. I don't think that they were really dirty, but it was just they just played a little bit rough.
I had a like aftertaste that is not so nice after that match. I watched it with you.
Yeah, so
They actually made me to ask this question right now.
yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. So I wouldn't say they played dirty, but just because of the two red cards in the first match. If you didn't watch the match, you would think that they really played dirty. But again, getting two red cards in the opening game of the World Cup doesn't look good for you.
Hmm.
And yeah, so maybe they played a little bit dirty. Yeah.
My most memorable moment in this World Cup was actually when Canadian team player got a broken leg. It was so shocking. I never like how many matches I watched in my life, not more than you for sure,
Yeah.
but I watched a lot, and I
Yeah.
never seen on a field somebody getting leg broken. I did not even understand in the beginning what happened, and then when we was talking and I was analyzing what is happening. I was looking at the face of the person who was causing this
Who
situation.
who caused it? Yeah.
Yeah, the emotions, he was shocked, and I am like understanding that person could like cost, this action could cost somebody's career, somebody's like dream, expectation, somebody's future. Not exactly in this situation, but in general, right? When you're playing like this is so kind of dangerous, and it's like I don't know.
Oh yes. This
It
player.
was very emotional for me.
Yes, this player will bounce back. I'm confident about it. I believe he's mentally tough. And even the coach of Canada actually, said just a match. He said that he will bounce back.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a horrible tackle. The guy from Qatar did not mean it.
No, the face was so genuine, and
Yeah,
I felt with him all the emotions. For me, as
yeah,
an impact,
yeah,
it's hard to watch some matches sometimes.
yeah. I mean, he didn't mean it, but again, it was a clumsy, stupid
It is.
tackle.
It is hard.
But he'll bounce back. This actually brings back a memory of an Arsenal player that got injured, I believe, 2009, around January, February. His name is Eduardo. Was a Brazilian that played. Actually, is a Brazilian that played for Croatia, if I'm not mistaken. Then he got a very bad tackle,
Hmm.
and I would say this actually led us not winning the title back then, 2009. I also have another Arsenal player that got injured. I don't remember the year, but his name is Aaron Ramsey. He's from Wales. He got this kind of bad tackle too that broke his
Hmm.
leg, and it took him time to recover. Will this Canadian guy? I honestly don't remember his name, but will he recover? Yes, I think so. Probably would take him, let's say, 8 months to 1 year, but it's a serious injury, but he'll be fine. Yeah.
How, as a fan, for example, of Arsenal, when somebody is getting like bad injury from the team, how does it affect you emotionally, mentally? Does it?
Oh, of course. Like I remember the Aaron Ramsey, so it affected me, a lot because he was our a very creative midfielder, very good in his day. It affected the team so much. You can see that people were shocked. Players they were shocked when they saw because his leg just snapped. Like it was crazy. And of course, this is a player that I support. Is in my team, so it
Mhm.
affected me. I felt bad for him. But since football is these things can happen. There's this occupational hazard can happen,
Yeah.
and I'm happy that he did bounce back. He did well faster before going to. I think he went to Juventus. After that, I don't remember
Hmm.
the team he went, but I know that he went to Juventus and whatnot. But yeah, he bounced back. But it really affected me because if you for this player, you watch these players every week, you connect with them, right?
You really do, because I watched only one match with the like Canadian team that
Yeah.
moment, right? And I've seen the emotions of the guy that caused it, the guy that was like broken. I've seen how team reacted, and it's
Yes.
also like I have shivers even right now talking about
Yeah.
this,
Yeah. Yeah.
how they was feeling
How?
for the
Yeah.
guy, even
Yeah.
the opposite team, how everybody was there and how they was worried.
Yeah.
It's like really like a family, and it's your family member, and you understand that it can be
It
leading to some like future
y-
differences in how he would perform
possible.
with or without it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Possibly. This kind
Yeah,
of this kind of injury can make the player play a little bit different. Like
yeah,
he might be scared. From tackles. Yes, it's just in your mind when you have this injury.
yeah,
But this particular player, I just think that he's mentally tough. I just really something just tells me that he'll bounce back and he'll be better than ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting. About the mental state of the team,
Yeah.
do you think the um, сейчас спрошу, подожди секунду.
Take your time, bro.
About mental state of the team, do you think that the coach of the club really, really affect the players? like, or how much do you think some coaches and their behavior affecting the team? Maybe there was something in this World Cup that you've seen.
No, 100%. Look, the coach, first of all, apart from the coach, doing the tactics and whatnot, you are managing people. These people, they're affected like me and you mentally. They might be having a bad day in the house or something like that. Your job as a coach is to organize these people efforts, motivate them so
Mhm.
they be their best on the pitch. And of course, if these players trust you, respect you, most of the time they'll do their best. Even if the player is, skill level is not high, they'll
Mhm.
play for you. And that's the most important thing, for them to play for the coach.
Mhm.
So yes, the coach, how the team performs, you can actually say yes, this is from the coach. So a bad coach might not be able to translate his ideas properly, might not be able to motivate the team, and they perform poorly. Why a good coach or an outstanding coach, motivates his troops. They want to play for him. I can remember like Jose Mourinho. He's still a good motivator. Ancelotti, he's the coach of Brazil, was the coach of Real Madrid. I know, he motivates his team. He's a very good manager. Pep, Jurgen Klopp, the ex Liverpool's manager, motivate. He's a motivator. They want to die for him
Mhm.
on the field. So it does count, to be honest with you. I'm trying to remember. There's a team. There's a manager. Let me not call him a coach. The Uruguayan coach, Biesa.
Mhm.
Very. I mean, people say the guy is a great tactician and everything, but there's been a disconnect between him and his players, and that's why they didn't play well because
Okay.
they didn't just like him. They didn't respect him enough. This is what I think. And yeah, so to answer your question, yes, the coach can impact how a team uh, performs.
Yeah,
That is
just
what.
because we're watching some matches and I've seen how some coaches are just sitting and just not even standing up from their seats, and some coaches are there. They're like want to give them one more chance. They will just jump there and play with them, right? So, do you have your favorite coach so far right now in this World Cup that you think like really connected to the team?
So honestly, I don't. Most of the times, I don't think you will see the connection sometimes when the match is going on. So a
Mm.
coach that sits down doesn't mean that he's not motivating his team. Some coaches just prefer a little bit of relaxed, attitude. Like for example, the coach of Brazil is a little bit relaxed in his way of doing it. Some coaches are, like Arsenal's,
Sweating,
like
screaming, losing
yeah,
a lot of calories, right, during
yeah,
the match.
like Arsenal's coach Mikel Arteta, he's always there jumping like a frog, But if I'm a player, I want my coach to be relaxed because all those jumping and everything can make me nervous.
Hmm.
So most of the times you will not see that. You will not see that there's a connection in the touchline. The
Hmm.
touchline is where the coaches
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
stand. Yeah, you will not see. So a coach sitting down, coach standing up, you might not really see it.
Okay.
During that, mostly the motivations or the what happens, it everything happens when you don't see in the back room,
Yeah.
in the change. This is where the the inner workings of how the coach and the team functions together, we don't see it. We only hear some gossips that come to the newspaper,
Okay.
or the internet. Sorry, not newspaper. We know we hear something from the media, and some leaks come out.
Okay.
Sometimes, like I said, the Uruguayan coach Bielsa, you can see that there's a disconnect between him because there was a hydration break. He was trying to talk with them, and some players were not listening. You could see it. They were like,
This is so wild.
yeah, you can see that they were not even listening to this guy.
Why they did not change him?
Too late. They're already in the
Mm.
tournament. It's too late to.
But they could do it before, right? There was something before that.
Yeah, they could. I don't know why, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't really
Is
dig.
he from the country the
No,
same?
he's from Argentina.
Okay.
He's a good coach. People call him like philosopher of football and everything. Honestly, I don't see into that. I know that he has had some achievements,
Hmm.
but again, it could be personality clash or something.
Okay.
Again, these are human beings.
Yeah.
Maybe they put a different manager, they play better. It happens. There's just a personality. And Bielsa, people know him as he push it to your limits physically, and some players don't
Hmm.
want it. Some players don't want to be pushed physically. So yeah,
The person who inspired me to this question was the Canadian or US coach that you're saying that
Canadian, Jesse
yeah,
Marsh.
Canadian,
Yeah,
yes.
he's a good. He's a. I like him. Sometimes I feel he's a little bit of a clown, Jesse Marsh. I
He's
like.
emotional and you
Yeah,
can feel the connection between him and the team. I think he actually built it.
no, really, he does.
Yeah, you
He's
can see it.
first of all, he's a very good coach. I have to give him that. He's an
Mhm.
American, by the way.
Oh yes, that's why I was
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's an American, by
Mhm.
the way, and I do think that the Canadian players they believe in him. He motivates. He talks too much. Personally, I like the guy. He's well spoken. Sometimes acting a little bit for the camera, I think. But yeah, he's a good man manager. He knows how to motivate his troops, and hopefully, they do well.
Yeah. What I really like as well when I'm watching the World Cup when they are showing people that are fans
Oh yeah.
that are coming to the stadium, I like how they are showing families
Okay.
with small babies.
Yes.
I love it so much. This is so really amazing. How
Yeah.
many girls, how many women, how many small children are there.
Yeah.
It's really, really feels like a family event, not only men and like I don't know. I
Oh,
even feel like there is so much of the support. So I don't know. I'm not reading the news. Was there something in the news that people, I don't know, fans was fighting or something? You know how they're saying in um, English football,
yeah.
they can fight after they will drink, they will do something bad. I did not see this, and I don't think there was something like this, right?
Good question. I would say most of it has been really positive.
Yeah, it feels
Uh,
positive and peaceful.
yeah, positive. Like we've heard about Scottish fans drinking the whole beer in Boston or whatever they were. We've heard about the Dutch fans from Netherlands. We've heard about the Norwegian, the Viking roll. So it has been a really really good event. And when it comes to fan, honestly, I've not heard about clash per
I
se.
love that.
I'm just trying to think at the top of my head. I've not heard about clash.
Hmm.
Again, World Cup mostly is a celebration of the biggest sporting event, brings people together, women,
Yeah,
children,
yeah,
men,
it
uncles,
really
whatever.
feels like it.
Yeah. So this is what the World Cup is, and that's why it's
Hmm.
every 4 years, right? So for the next one will be 2030. It will be in Spain, Morocco, and Spain, Morocco, and Portugal.
Yeah.
And I believe there'll be like one or two matches in Uruguay, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's been great. I love it.
If you could go and watch it, where would you go? Mexico, America, or Canada? I mean, we're in Canada, but we are not in the cities where they're playing matches, right?
I think I would have preferred to. I would have preferred to go to Mexico.
Why?
I Mexicans are very passionate. Like the emotions are very high.
Okay.
Like Mexico is a football crazy or soccer crazy nation. So if you want to get in my own opinion, if you want to get the best emotions, I do believe it's Mexico. I honestly think the final should be played in Mexico, but I believe the final will be played in New Jersey. Uh, because of money is US. Yeah, I would say Mexico for sure. I would if I could go 100% Mexico.
Hello. Okay. And why you did not go?
Ticket prices were crazy, and this is one of the a lot of people criticize this World Cup just because the
Mm-hmm.
prices were a lot. I really planned, but when I saw the prices, I was like, no. For me at this time, it's not worth it. I plan for the 2030. I would go for sure, and I'm going to be happy going to that one because Portugal, Spain, and Morocco, they are mad, crazy football nations.
Will be amazing experience, right?
Yes, it'll be like an amazing experience. And in my humble opinion, I do believe it's better than this one. Uh,
Why do you think so?
First of all, transportation. Fans will be.
Will
It's
be easier to go from country to country, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay. Yes.
and also I do believe there will be more fans because it's in Europe.
Okay.
You understand? I do believe in more fans, and I think it will be more. There'll be a stronger connection between fans and the
Teams.
teams. Not in the team,
We'll
just
see.
just in general. I just do believe that there'll be a stronger connection. This one has been good. Absolutely, this is my best World Cup so far. And this one, the my favorite World Cup before this one was Russia 2018. That one was
Okay.
was spectacular. I would say. but this one has been really good. I just believe that Spain, Portugal, and Morocco, crazy football nations, will be much better than this one, just because of the connection. Like in Canada, people are started to love football, soccer. People, like, you can see that it's growing here.
Yeah,
In
of course.
America, football, soccer competes with other sports,
Yeah,
basketball, baseball, and all. Competes. In Spain, it's mostly football.
the
In
main
but
sport.
main sport, it's
Mm.
mostly football. So more fans, and also Europe. It's not really a big continent, and all those Europeans, they'll be able to go to watch the matches. The festivals will be more, I would say, bigger than it is in US or Canada.
What
Uh,
is it making it so special for you? Why do you think this World Cup was better than the other?
just that's actually a very very good question. I would just say, what makes a World Cup better than the other: quality of football, the host nation, in my opinion.
How
Uh,
the host nation
so okay,
do it or not do it for you?
I'll give you an example. Qatar,
Hmm.
last one was good matches too. But I would say, like, Qatar, the matches, sorry, were played in, I believe, November, December. That is winter our time. Just
Hmm.
because Qatar is hot in June, they couldn't play the World Cup in June. Now,
Okay.
World Cups are mostly played in June, July,
Hmm.
but this one was shifted.
Timing.
Yeah,
Okay.
timing. So, it's just something we're used to, and you're telling us, we're taking the World Cup to Qatar, which is fine, but we're going to watch it during the winter time. So it's just different. That's it.
The vibe. Yeah,
and
got
and,
it.
and Qatar is not a huge football nation.
Hmm.
It's not like Argentina or Brazil. It's not. So that doesn't make it vibing like that. Now, I could be wrong. I was not in Qatar. I
Hmm.
just did not get the vibes from it like I got here. You understand?
If you was in Qatar, let us know, please.
Yes. So I just didn't get the vibe watching it from TV, that it was, yeah. And of course, there were, before the World Cup, there were a lot of, I want to call it noise. Just, people were talking about the human rights abuse in those countries, in Qatar, for example. So this
Okay.
kind of, a little bit in the beginning, just put a little bit of, just a small debt on for the World Cup. Now, the same thing people said about Mexico too, but
What exactly?
like, they were not paying workers properly and all those stuff. Like
Oh,
Qatar were, to when it comes to construction of those stadiums and all those stuff.
but
Like,
it's actually, I think, good that football is going there and that football is a very big event, that it actually brings everybody's attention to this problem. So maybe these countries will actually fix something.
no, I'm happy that the World Cup was hosted in Qatar. Initially, I was against it, to be honest, but looking back, was great.
Hmm.
I don't. If we say football unite people, so we shouldn't remove.
Somebody out of the list, right,
Yeah,
of
of
hosting
hosting.
countries. Yeah.
So it's good uh, when the World Cup went to South Africa 2010.
Hmm.
It was great. It was great spec, and it's the first time in Africa, right? So I do think that it was a good call. Looking back at it, but again, just to answer your question, I just think a good football, like a country that has a long history of soccer football, it
Hmm.
just makes it more vibrant, in my opinion. Like,
Okay.
this is what I think. Yeah.
Let's talk about fashion in this World Cup.
Sure.
Who is
Which
the
team?
most, not who from the players, who is the most fashionable?
I don't know. Like, there's there's no way for me to know. Like, I don't know.
You don't look at this.
I don't follow, like, I see them in their jersey. Like, it's, you know
Yeah, but even like hairstyles,
I don't know.
sometimes.
I honestly do not put attention to this. I don't, like, I just see my football, soccer players, want to play football. I'm not looking, like, my brain never draws me into this.
Yeah.
And most, football fans like me, most, they don't get drawn in, they don't look at this. But it's
Just
actually,
because me, I'm looking at fashion, right? So,
yeah,
which jerseys of which team did you like the most?
Argentina away team is a little bit of purplish blue
Mm-hmm.
mix. Spain has some red and blue. I like. I think that'll be it. Yeah, it's been a very colorful World Cup with
It's
some.
beautiful colors.
Yeah,
I love like
yeah,
my aesthetic like part.
yeah,
I always put like check
yeah,
beautiful colors.
yeah,
I am enjoying just to watching them in different every time
exactly.
uniforms.
Exactly. No, it's been good.
Yeah.
The one for the United States, it looks really good. It has this checkish red, white kind of thing
Hmm.
with a blue shirt, I believe.
It's
So
beautiful. And the
yeah,
pink shoes,
pink shoes
almost
are
everybody, it's like
yeah, yeah,
color of this World Cup
yeah,
is pink.
100%.
Lots of actually uniforms for the goalkeepers as well, pink.
Yeah. So no, it's been a colorful World Cup.
It's
It's
beautiful.
been a
Yes,
colorful World Cup.
it's really was.
Yeah.
And I really like that they invited Shakira to do the song this time again.
Yeah, no, the music she did with Burna Boy, it's great.
It's really,
It
really nice.
invites you to the match itself. It gives you, you know,
Yeah. I really like that it was Shakira plus Burna Boy, so
yeah,
the Nigerian, because Nigerian music is really vibing right now.
uh-huh.
And I really love that Andrea Bocelli was there. He's one of my favorite like world tenors.
Okay,
So this might yeah.
yeah,
So they just also check.
yes, yes. It's been
Beautiful.
great one. It's been
And
great
the
so far.
opening ceremonies,
Yes,
like everything, the way they're doing flags, I think it's something new. Or
which
it was always like this, the way they're putting like big flags and like before the games.
oh yeah, so you know the funny thing is that normally the 11 players that play, those are the only ones that come to the field and line up. But right now it's everybody with the subs. And I believe it's one ex-player that actually spoke to FIFA and said that it's good we do it this way so that all players will feel among. That to your question,
And I like it. You
yeah,
can see like how many people actually there, right?
yeah, I do believe this is the first World Cup they make the flag very big and everything.
It
So
looks
I just
amazing.
yeah,
Like the aesthetic part of the World Cup
yes,
is
yes,
beautiful.
yes. I don't remember any World Cup that they did it like that. Before the match starts, they do like that. But no, it's been wonderful. I like
The
it.
level is amazing.
Yes, it's been great.
Yeah. Your favorite moment that you remember from all this World Cup that you was watching it, maybe when we watched it together, when you watched alone, maybe it was in the match. What was your favorite moment so far that you are taking, like you will always remember?
In this World Cup,
Yep.
I would say when Messi scored 3 goals.
Okay.
Yeah, Messi. People refer to Messi as the greatest player ever, which I tend to agree with. And at the age of 38, 39, still performing at a level we call really high because this is what the World Cup is,
Hmm.
and his first hat trick ever, and he's the highest goal scorer in the history of World Cup.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you have to give it to the little magician. So if that hat trick is called, I believe it's against Algeria. No, yeah, that's something that I won't forget.
Was there any player or any team that actually disappointed you? Maybe you expected them to perform better or somebody to score more goals and they did not give it to you.
That is actually a very good question. So I would say Germany disappointed me, and yeah,
What? Germany?
yeah, Germany
Okay.
because they lost to Ecuador and they are out of the competition. And apart from Brazil having 5 titles, Germany has 4 World Cup titles. So Germany is actually a very very big
Strong.
strong football nation in
Mm-hmm.
general. When Germany goes to the World Cup, is to win. That's it.
Okay.
There's no the expectation is to bring the title back home. There's no second, third, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they played, even before the tournament, things were a little bit shaky. And also there was a little, I believe there was a disconnect between the manager and the team
Okay.
also, and the way they left the competition was also a little bit shocking. So
How
yeah,
they left the competition? You mean the game
they lost.
itself?
They lost to Ecuador. I mean, they are bigger than Ecuador normally. The champion put it still here.
I don't know.
I would say yeah. People expected Germany to beat Ecuador, and they lost 2-1 in that game. No, they didn't lose 2-1 in that game. They actually went to penalties. Sorry, they
Okay.
they went to penalties. I'm just trying to yeah. They went to penalties, and the whole tournament they've not
I
really.
wasn't even watching it with you. It was like a few days ago.
Yeah, they didn't really play well in the whole tournament. So Germany was a little bit of a disappointment. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was really educational for me.
Oh yeah. So this is
Yeah.
I would say from all the episodes we have done, this one is my favorite, just because it's about football, World Cup, my comfort zone,
Yeah.
and yeah, Belgium right now they're playing with Senegal. They are actually winning. Senegal was actually winning them, and they've scored 3 goals, so the match will end. But happy to be with you guys in this special edition of our podcast.
Yeah.
Like we said, my wife, she decided that we should speak about football. I was hesitant, but I'm glad we finally did this. I love this episode,
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
yeah,
It was. I really enjoyed it too.
yeah,
And every time I'm learning something new about football,
yes, yes,
it's really unites the people.
yes, and yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, thank you
And
so much for watching. And please tell us what's your favorite team in this World Cup and what you like about it, and maybe some disappointments too.
yeah, yeah, take care.